Hey guys, it's Pastor Rachel. I'm doing today's daily soap from 1 Samuel 18 and 19. And in these two chapters, our three main characters are King Saul, David, and Jonathan. If you know anything about this situation, it's pretty easy to say that David was kind of like a family friend of King Saul. He and Jonathan, who was Saul's son, were best friends. David would sit and play his lyre, which is kind of like a harp, to King Saul when he was like stressed or overwhelmed. And David was out there fighting battles for the king and fighting battles for Israel. And God was with King David. He was incredibly successful. However, his success, instead of being used to benefit all of Israel, it was something that highlighted insecurities in King Saul. All throughout these chapters, we see that Saul is kind of an insecure leader. He recognizes that David is incredibly successful, and instead of being excited and proud of that, he is upset and jealous. And all of us know that an insecure leader is usually not going to be an effective leader. When their goal is to look good, they do not lead well. And the problem is, I often think that we relate more to King Saul than we do to David. I would love to be the person out there fighting for the Lord with pure intentions and pure motives and with God's favor constantly on my life, but more often than not, I find myself being frustrated or insecure looking at other Christians or even just other people who are more successful than me or better than me, and it's not fun. I heard a quote, and I have no idea who said it. Please don't credit me for saying this, but it said, "Are you looking to champion others or control others?" And I believe because of Saul's insecurities as a leader, he took the route of controlling others instead of championing, wow, I can't say that word. Anyways, he took the route of control instead of encouraging and highlighting and championing, there it is, David, which we all understand that when you champion someone, when you encourage them, when you believe in them, when you push them to be better than who they are right now, they get better. People don't stay where they are when people believe in them. The problem is Saul was trying to control David. He wanted David out of the picture and out of the way so that people would love Saul as much as they loved David, but it just wasn't going to happen that way. That's not what God intended. God had different plans for David than he did for Saul, and instead of Saul understanding that and being a part of God's mission, he tried to take control. And we do that all the time, and it is so frustrating because sometimes we don't even notice it. Sometimes we're painfully aware of us trying to control other people, and we just keep doing it, and it is frustrating. But my encouragement to you guys is to not look at leadership and be frustrated or upset, but understand that you yourself are a leader, you have influence, and you get to decide in every single relationship, am I going to champion someone or am I going to control someone? And if our goal in our heart is to further the mission of God, to be obedient to what He's asking us to do, and to be a part of His mission, we have to champion people. We need to be celebrating what they're good at. We need to be calling out the potential in them. We need to, we just have to be championing people. That is so hard to say. So I want you guys to think, I want you guys to look at the relationships in your life, identify the relationships where you are in a leadership role, and evaluate, am I championing this person or am I controlling this person? And not just evaluate it, don't just think logically about it. Come to the feet of Jesus and ask Him to help you where you find this to be difficult. And I'm sure that there's some relationships that are much harder than others. For all of you parents out there, it is a lot easier to control your kids than it is to champion them. And then you have to evaluate where discipline comes into effect. But when we encourage people, they want to be better. When we control people, we're forcing them to be more like us. And that's not what God is asking us to do. I love you guys. I believe in you guys. Let's champion the people we are in leadership over. Is one of the most critical and important things that we can do as Christ followers is to celebrate, believe in, inspire, and encourage. So yeah, do that this week. Spend some time at the feet of Jesus, asking him to help you be better. And when you ask, believe that he will help you be better. That's all. Bye, friends.